Charlie Hull getting her season off to a good start.
Feeling right at home here. Said it's cooler here than it is in the UK at the moment, but off to a hot start here at Lake Nona.
That would take her to 2 under par. Last year, Lottie Wood was at Florida State. Now she's an LPGA winner.
It's quite amazing to see her name here in this field after the incredible summer she had last year, making the most out of her first start here at TOC.
That would take her to 3 under par. All eyes on these next couple, including world number 1, Gino Titakun.
Trying to pick up where she left off last season. This is a tight fairway approach, but able to control the spin on the 5th.
Shineti Wanase with a couple of wins.
Yeah, one of the shortest holes here on the golf course, the 14th, playing as one of the toughest early this morning.
Take her to 3 under par. And Nelly Corda, her second at the 7th.
Ball below the feet, likely to squeeze out to the right off of that lie, and perhaps it did, but a lucky bounce helps it recover.
And nearly a deuce. This is Nelly Corda for par at the 8th. Oregon, always good to see those go in, the short ones.
Certain other players are just trying to get the rust off. Nelly usually looks ready to go first week of the year.
Lottie Wood looks ready. Tom Abbott's watching her at 9.
Yeah, they're just moving to the left on her. One little second shot in there from 195, giving her that eagle chance. Going to walk away with a birdie. Good first 9.
Four par 5s here, Paige. A chance to pick up some shots on what can be a tough course. Here is one of our co-leaders, Shineti Wanase. Only 21 years old. Already a couple of wins.
Well, I mentioned the 8th being the second toughest.
To the 8th, and Gino.
She said coming into this week she wasn't feeling great about her iron play. I beg to differ.
Shineti Wanase to save her par at that tough 16th you talked about, Morgan.
It's just a really, really straight hole with a difficult crown green, tough to read. We see players year in, year out really struggle to read this 16th green.
At the Hilton Grand Vacations Tournament of Champions.
Came from Thailand, arrived on Saturday morning, so still adjusting, but doesn't seem to have any trouble.
All right, so Gino picks up another. So glad to have you with us here for day 1.
Well, we knew it was going to be a difficult approach from that short right location. This back down the hill towards this hole. I mean, she knows the reads, right? It is her home course. She mentioned the subtleties can be difficult, even though she knows it, but nailed that one.
Talking to me saying, you know, just a case of really trying to focus on your own game and not worry about the celebrities' games. This one looks pretty good down the middle. This hole. Gentle dogleg from left to right.
And the perfect spot. You kind of see it each year. Some players really embrace the format.
Back to 9, the 4th for Nelly.
This is still quite a steep upslope that she has to chip up to get to that hole location, and it falls away right past it.
Yeah, there's a lot of worry about that frost in the morning because it actually stays frozen here until about 42 degrees, which is hard to believe, but that causes a few issues. Nice tee shot from Lottie, just leaking a little right of the flag. A little breeze into her face on this hole.
This one's got awkward read though, because it's so close to the front edge of the green. Oh, no problem.
She keeps the card clean. She has a win here at Lake Nona. It was at the Gainbridge event back in 2021.
Location today, as we've seen, is right in the center of this green, but it's right between 2 fall-off areas. She's going to just stay on the top shelf right there. Excellent shot.
It's good position from this side of the green, this whole location. Could have chosen to putt it even from that position, but just a little bit of work left to do to get her birdie.
Ingrid Lindblad got a win in LA last year.
He was a standout at LSU before turning professional. I think just right at this whole location is ideal. That looks pretty dead on. You see her wrist taped up. She's struggled with wrist injuries, but she feels like she was 100% coming into this week.
Her season a couple of years ago was delayed because of it. But,
Watched her make a couple great putts in the last couple holes. And yes, she certainly knows the golf course and knows the greens maybe better than anybody, but you still have to execute. Those were excellent strokes.
Shinetti want to say in her 9th hole of the day, this for par.
About how tough 2 of the last 3 holes are, 16 and 18, both catching out Shinetti after getting off to a great start.
One of the most unlikely victories we've ever seen.
As you can see, the temperature is starting to creep up a little bit, so ball might fly a hint farther than it did for the players' warm-ups.
That's one of the toughest things when the weather does get really cold.
I think he had that in the holster. He was ready. Here's Charlie at the 11th.
Okay.
So she stays bogey-free.
So being on the left half of the fairway, not a problem with that flag on the right side. This one towards that ridge needs to be on the correct side, and it's just looking like it's right on the top.
To the 10th, and Gino Titakun.
Just a beautifully rhythmic golf swing, and I was watching her yesterday on the range. She looked at me, she goes, I just need to fix my irons. I'm like, what do you mean you have to fix your irons? And she goes, oh, they're starting right.
Here's Nelly trying to avoid a drop shot.
Well, again, this one's going to move to the right, but it's not a huge amount of break.
Solid with that length so far.
Yeah, that was a good look at the stroke right there. Very compact. Not a lot of extra movement.
Pluses are good if you're in the celebrity division. You want the minus in front of your score on the LPGA side of things, so that'll be the first birdie for Brooke. We did.
I think the number one next to the ranking stat is probably the one that matters the most.
Oh, I mean, look at these two. Marty Fish and Gino Titakun leading. What would you expect?
Look at that.
Up at the 12th, Charlie Hull's second.
Dead aim here. What Charlie loves to do with the flag located in the front center of the green.
As usual with Charlie, a lot going on last year and a lot of great golf as well. Third shot here at the 11th for Nelly Korda.
And this is a wedge from 116. When you're standing back here, it feels like there's some slight help, but I don't know how much help is in this wind.
Brought it in nice, what looked to be a nice abbreviated low finish, but didn't get any jump forward.
How about this third for Lottie at 12?
Yeah, ball's just kind of sitting there in the grass like a cake in a cake holder, and it never quite know how it's going to come out. Didn't quite come out as she thought, so she's got a little bit of work to do to save par.
Another tester for Nelly. Okay. I know those don't look long, but these are the round savers. Lottie for her par to stay tied for the lead.
Talk about round savers. That's a momentum keeper right there. Excellent up and down.
Gino Titakun, her third at the par 5 11th.
To avoid those trees. It's going to leave a tricky putt from there. Playing the third most difficult scoring. So she will be happy with par. In fact, this second 9 playing very difficult today.
Yeah, she was just cruising around Europe getting wins. This one on the left side trying to move towards the flag. Looks good from here.
Oh, she thinks what's so hard about 13?
She has no scar tissue yet. That's a fantastic shot.
That's it.
It could be, but...
A great day so far for Dwight. He's tied for the lead with Marty Fish. Second for Nelly at 12.
And that's a 9-iron on the way. There's just a hint of breeze into her right now.
Yeah, really good.
And she's got this at the 12th to tie the lead, and Karen Stupples is there.
Oh, she's left herself in a great spot, putting uphill.
Okay, last time she didn't win in a season, she won 7 the next year. So let's see what happens for Nelly. Not many did that to Dwight Freeney. Well, Yulene, punched her ticket to this event in the second start of last year. She won the Founders Cup in Bradenton.
Great shot there.
Put that out of your mind and make the 2. Okay, no problem at all.
Has she been watching, Tom?
Not quite enough. Good read, good line, good stroke, just not the right weight.
She needed the base. Okay, all's well that ends well. They'll move this tee box up at 14 to make it drivable on Saturday. That's the tradition. Gino and Lottie Woad were right there contending at the Amundi Evian Championship.
Solid.
Lydia has a chance to catch Sayri Pak at 25 career wins. She's got 23. Of course, born in Korea. At 14, Lottie Woad.
85 yards for Lottie. Down the breeze, got that flag on the front of the green, so you need to pitch it right around that hole, and this one looks very good. Gives herself a good chance for another birdie.
Well, she does, and most amateurs will try and find a way to putt this. You can see.
Pros would too.
Wow.
Wow.
Great shot.
Giving her a bit of a sense of the speed here. Yeah.
But was she watching, Tom?
Well, she was watching the ball kind of roll around the hole there. He had a chance for birdie and knocked it a few feet past.
Go around here. Nelly for par. I mean, this is impressive. Time and competition here. She's handled everything else today.
Yeah, the ideal landing spot is just over the bunker.
Down there.
Brilliant.
See 2 players, Paige, who have yet to play this hole in competition, both beautifully, and Lottie and Gino.
And we saw the second for Charlie Hull from under the tree to this point. Looks like an awkward third here, Paige.
Especially out of that fairway bunker. Got to hedge. Actually, that is tremendous, because this is kind of a narrowish part of the green. Everything kind of feeds off to the right on that right half of the green, but brilliantly done there.
Because you are so comfortable. She's put together a lovely, clean card today.
But sometimes the golf course is different, because now it's in championship shape. Not that Lake Nona is not always in tremendous shape, but it does play a little bit faster.
Rose Zhang won her first 2 seasons. Did not win last year in what was an abbreviated season for her. Bit of a neck injury and taking some classes at Stanford as well.
From just 69 yards, this hole is in a little bowl at the bottom. You can use spin to get it close.
Yeah, good shot.
And she does. I mean, look, even when she doesn't make it, looks like she is. Think about the Rolex rankings last year when the season began. Nelly dominant #1. She was twice as far ahead. 21 putts, Karen.
That's cool. That's good.
This one looks to be just left of the hole.
Yeah, we saw a little bit of a pull with a wedge earlier in the day from her as well.
Just beautiful rhythm to that golf swing.
She says she's got to get her irons in shape. I don't see what the problem is so far today.
She won't be happy with that one. Definitely spun that one back more than she was hoping.
Back in this event, for which she is an ambassador, Hilton Grand Vacations ambassador, Nasa Hataoka got a win late last year. Oh, yes. Yeah. That's what we thought. Back-to-back birdies.
Hard hardest hole in the course today. This would be a wonderful par. Putting through a slight grain change. An issue for Charlie.
Got a victory in the summer of 2024. It was with an historic victory at the ShopRite LPGA Classic. Came from a tie for last place on Sunday. Shot 60.
More square here with her lower body on this shot, Tom.
Seemed to come out just fine. Just right of that flag. Very nice if it's the right length.
She looked unhappy with that. That's the shot you're unhappy with. That's in a perfect spot. Really straight up the hill.
To the 13th and the defending champ, Lim Kim. She didn't just win last year, Morgan and Paige. It was wire to wire. It was an absolute show.
She wasn't, I don't think, all that disappointed that it was going to be cold this week either, because her first LPGA win was the U.S. Open.
Second time that Brittany's caddied this year, though. She was down there at your event, the Morgan and Friends event for your foundation, and Brittany came along with Brooke.
You can pitch it into the bank and let it run up from there, but that's all trajectory related. She pitched it into the upslope. That's so well done.
Fantastic. It's such a low percentage shot from that area.
This is Brooke Henderson at 14. Slow start out of the gate for Brooke. Had to duke it out with Nellie Court on the back nine Sunday to get it done, which she did.
Again, tap in par on this 13th. It was a pretty good lead, but even being where she was, kind of on that top perch, still a lot of break. Easy par.
Here's her par putt.
Yep.
She's looked very solid. There's
Well,
another one.
Well, and the confidence to be able to really take it at this green in two, knowing you've got such great short game. It really changes everything from the green back when you have confidence in the shorter clubs, the scoring clubs, your short game.
She is just out to the right. Right of the flag, at least. Yeah.
How about the par threes today for Lottie?
Got a pair, at least a pair of twos on there.
Yeah.
See how far she's gripped down for some control. See if she can control that spin.
Great shot.
Walks it in.
I got a lot of messages from people north of Florida laughing at me for the frost on the golf cart, which was a light dusting, considering what they're dealing with in other parts of the United States.
Nellie, from one of these situations at 7, hit one tight. Here she is at 16.
This one. Big upslope.
Casey Gunderson. Happy and excited about the year. Just delightful. Gino, 16.
She's aimed quite conservatively there with her lower body. We're going to have, that's almost the same putt.
Yeah, because if you're 15 feet right of the flag, you've got a big fall away, and it's going to move quite a long way from the green. So it seems to have come out with good length. Yeah, what a shot that is.
That was spectacular.
Or go right at it. Yeah.
That was unbelievable, that shot right there. She looked very ho-hum about that, as Lottie does. That's what makes her so good.
Schedule hasn't worked out. Said she felt like she owed it to the sponsors to come and show up, even though this is the only event in the U.S. before the Asia swing.
Similar spot that we've seen a few people miss it on the high side there, expecting it to break towards the front of the green, and it just doesn't. A couple poor tee shots. I wouldn't be surprised if she heads to the range to straighten that out.
Yeah, I mean, that bogey really comes from the tee shot, doesn't it? Going into that bunker and you know, adding a little more difficulty to the second shot.